Hey, boys and girls. It's time for Uncle Jay Explains the News. Now here's the guy who helps little minds understand big news stories, Uncle Jay.
Hi, boys and girls. Well, before we start, Uncle Jay has an important announcement to make. Ringo Starr has announced that Ringo Starr is a drummer. He holds the record as the world's luckiest drummer. And now he says he wants no more fan mail anymore, ever. He'll get by with no help from any friends. Okay, Uncle Jay's news word for this week is kind of embarrassing. Plumber. There's this guy, Joe the plumber, and he's not a licensed plumber, and his real name is Sam. You know, boys and girls, there's a lot of serious news going on out there, and this is a very good example of us not getting any. I'll explain the reason why, but first let's look at some other Joe the plumber kinds of headlines. Madonna, with her usual sense of marketing savvy, has timed her latest concert tour with her latest divorce. She's been saying on stage that her husband is an emotional retard, which she seems to think demonstrates that she is not. Another one of Madonna's former sweethearts, Britney Spears, is back in the news for no other reason than she's got a hit record. How refreshing. Britney was really missing the spotlight and was willing to do just about anything to get back in the news. You betcha. Oliver Stone's new movie, W, is getting more headlines right now than, W. The real president is very busy. He's helping the government take over America's banks, which not everybody thinks is the best idea out there. So why does the media always go to stuff like Joe the... The last time this word was in the news, Richard Nixon was president. It didn't do much for him, ask your parents. But this is what they call the news cycle. The cycle starts by spending hours covering pointless, shallow, stupid stuff. And it ends with the news asking itself whether it should cover pointless, shallow, stupid stuff. And then it starts all over again. And now it's time to answer one of your news questions. This week it comes from Ken in Kinderhook, New York. Hi, Ken. Ken writes, Dear Uncle Jay, why is the World Series called the World Series? It's just American and a little bit Canadian, and that's not very much world, is it? Thanks, Ken. And you're right. But, someday the World Series might grow into itself. It is getting bigger. When Uncle Jay was a kid, the World Series competed with Back to School. Now it competes with Halloween, which of course now competes with Christmas. Merry World Series. Don't forget, you can see more at Uncle Jay's website, www.unclejayexplains.com, which features the all-new Uncle Jay Mart. Check back every Monday when Uncle Jay explains the news. And remember, a great kid is great news.